And a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's
the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with
by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 62 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Ross. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. McIntosh. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Ross. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take for 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. On 3rd down, Addison. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
A 7-3 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To throw is Ross. On 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntosh. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Ross. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McIntosh. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntosh. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Ross. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McIntosh. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ross. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him. He's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out.
And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And some room to work. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, McIntosh, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Here's Ross to throw on second down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw, because if he had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and they're not out of that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week in meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid chunk there, 15 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll try the left side. Addison looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open hole.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntosh down to the 25. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Ross. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they take the
about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. That's caught at the 2. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Addison. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into Roche. It's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Ross on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 in the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Desperados will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played, the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Ross now on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Ross. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. it's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The Niners locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down, McIntosh. And he'll get this up to about the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Ross.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Houston's offense taking over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Addison, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. Addison. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down now, Addison down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll run again.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Ross.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ross. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Ross. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ross. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now Ross throwing on 1st down. His throw incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ross.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Ross. From the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway. And there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they're with a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Houston set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Addison. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 36-yard line.
145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Up the middle they go.
Addison, 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On 3rd down.
Addison.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
To throw again. Ross. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ross. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Ross on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ross over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Ross from the gun on 3rd down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is intercepted. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Ross. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Ross. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Ross now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ross. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
167 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll try the left side. Addison. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Desperados have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And defensively, you have to be a little bit careful when using play against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.